Fiduciary. Fiduciary. I like the way that shit sound too. Let's talk about Trump. Fiduciary. Douche. What is douche? Is that like the captain of all the douches? Fiduciary. It sounds good too. It roll off the tongue like old boy said. But you know, when you fucking with Trump, you're gonna do a whole bunch of douchery ass type shit. It's gonna piss off everybody. People that's done passed. People that's eating this pain every day because of this stain that we got on our flag. You got the crackers acting out, losing their shit. You got the townhouse, you got the Ritz, you got the Saltines. They all acting out. And what they need is some of that hot sauce. They need some of that dip. That dip will get them right. I mean, all the way down to selling us the fake ass meat. Putting it out there. If you're not paying attention, you will get some human meat. You will get some lab grown meat. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure that you've seen it too. Now, in this case, you know, our courts is supposed to pick up all this shit, right? Our court's supposed to put a stop to all this bullshit, all this motherfucking madness, right? But what are we getting? We getting our choke chain tug saying, come on, go this way. We don't have a choice. It's just like having those shackles around your ankles and your wrists. I'm not talking about being incarcerated. I'm talking about being enslaved. Everything that you put down in this planet, on this planet, in this planet, we go deep. We go very, very deep. We just not at the surface on what we know about ourselves. Because what we already knew is just not coming to surface. A lot of us are waking up and looking at what is real and what's not. We don't need no fugazi. Don't sell us no product that we can't use. And right now, the product that's being sold is come out nigga. So I can put this martial law on y'all ass. This martial law is what they can't wait to do. They can't wait to put it on our ass. You see, being of birth of America, we're the only ones who got a right to say anything. Anything, but yet our voice is not heard. With these Caucasians are still trying to put the muzzle on us right now to this day. Freedom of speech about how the fuck you feel about Charlie Kirk is so fucked up that you better shut the fuck up or lose your well-being. Stand on my shit all 10 and lose my house, lose my wife, everything I done worked hard for, just so the original script can be played out. Let's get them fighting against each other in the household so that unity can break. No sooner unity breaks, that's when you open for influence. The influence coming from the outside all depends on how much you tied into the inside. The inside being knowing what the fuck is going on around you at all fucking times. Some say it's depressing, some say, hey, it's enlightening. I say it's news. You know, news is just like the yellow pages. You know, you can go grab you a sheet of that and wipe your ass with it. Because you don't need no damn telephone book. You got contacts in your phone. It's just the same to say that I need to go fishing in the Pacific and don't know what I'm gonna catch, how I'm gonna catch it. Without no influence, you're gonna remain dumb. Like, when you get into your president's age, you just become dumb. What I mean by dumb, I mean dumbfounded. You're so stuck in your old ass ways. I wonder if Donald Trump met those 4 Negroes to this day, what would he say to them? That's a question I think we all want to know. I mean, you know, he made them like out to be felons, like the worst thing that can ever happen. But I believe he's the worst thing that ever happened. Now let's go back and play how Donald Trump felt about the niggers. What was that, on 5th? I'm not for sure, but I do know that he stood on that with all 10 of his little fingers. Cause he don't walk upright like a man. He walked like something out of a child's worst nightmares. Who wants to be born in this type of economy the way that it is? Well, let's call a goose a goose. And now we talking about duck, duck, goose. We got his yes man sitting out there on the side looking like who did it and what the fuck for. If you watch the boy's eyes and shit, they speak for themselves. If you go back to my page, you will see how I spoke about looking at everybody's eyes when they speak. The eyes are the glasses to the soul. You can tell when you're talking to a good person. Otherwise, you can tell when you talk to an asshole, a fuckboy, a nigga that don't give a fuck about you. You understand what I'm saying? Life is not the same as it was. We're dealing with a dictatorship. And I want y'all to understand that this is a dictatorship. When a motherfucker tell you how to feel and what the fuck to say, that's because you fucking with their script. Going against the script. That wasn't in the script. Now you bleeding evidence. What I mean is that you bleeding life into fruition. Everything that you say and do, you should be held accountable for. Just like everything that you don't say or do. You shouldn't be accountable for that shit because you ain't have nothing in it. So, party to a crime my ass. That type of shit, okay, yeah, we spoke this morning, but damn, he asked me for this and that, whoop-de-whoop and whoop-de-whoop this and that. You know what I'm saying? But, when it's all said and done, when you tighten up, and you check what the fuck going on, you realize that you was right the whole time, and everybody that you brought the truth to tried to make you feel like you was stupid. You were lying. Conspiracy. They talked about the UFOs. I'm a child of the UFOs. No, I wasn't born from the UFOs, but I seen them as I was a child and growing up. And everything that I said to this day, I stand behind. Matter of fact, you know what? To get all this motherfucking shit out there on the surface, why not just choreograph? Is that what it's called? Fuck it, lie detector. That shit. How about that? How about that? Lie detector that shit, and you'll fucking see the truth. There's no way around it. Unless they sabotage the stenographer. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. The lie detector motherfucker. Been paid off to make you look like you a liar. Whatever. But let's get past that. Life is not what the fuck we trying to make it. Because we don't have no handles, no grasp on it. It's now, you either take this shit or you take this shit with a spoon of sugar. Either way it go, you're gonna be taking some shit. Like I said in my other video, you might as well bring your ass over and continue to get fucked by false ass media. Take it right on up the ass. Might as well become one of those fly boys. They so fly, they can take anything. What I'm saying is this. There's no way around what Trump is doing. It is visible to each and every last one of us that it is detrimental to our society to find out if this man is truly capable of being our president. I've seen so many videos, so many videos, to where he's not on point. At one point when he was walking down there on the red carpet, I said, uh-oh, that motherfucker needs some more Malto milk. He was not ready. He was not ready. It wasn't like he had on clown shoes or nothing like that. He was tripping over. He had to make extra steps and shit. It's a straight motherfucking step. Formation. Like he was in the military, but that some bitch didn't go. But guess who got drafted? Because they didn't have the amount of money that he had to avoid the draft. Realize the silver spoons that's been born. These motherfuckers did not ever taste the sidewalk. I bet you, cash money, Trump ain't never been punched in his motherfucking mouth to where he hit the concrete and he said, I'll never do that again. If anybody can find that video, if y'all know he done got dropped and said he'd never do that shit again, y'all let me know. You see, that's the problem, because experience ain't taught his ass that when you go and kick a damn hornet's nest, you liable to get stung. Y'all depends on how hard you hit that motherfucker. Sometimes your vibration can be so excellent to where you can thump it, and they will all come out and not sting your ass. It's your aura, it's your vibration. It's what attracts things that bounce with you. If you don't know what bounce with you mean, I'm going to break it down to you. You ever been in a circumstance to where you was in the house, your girl was outside, and she needed something for you to bring, but without her saying it to you, you already brought it, and when you bring it to her, she says, I was going to ask you to bring me that. Or maybe you're out and you looking at a movie together and you get up and you go use the bathroom, and your main reason before you came back to come sit down and enjoy that movie was to re-up on everything that y'all was snacking on. But by her knowing you and reading your mind, believe me, we can't read minds. Because I done told my wife, hey, I got it. I was going to do it anyway. before you even said anything, because we think in the same way. Now, that's the type of unity that the United States need. For everybody to be thinking the same way. Is get Trump the fuck on, the fuck up out of here. Give him Das Boot. That away back to where he come from, to the Caucasian mountains. Because he's an immigrant. What do you want to call him, a settler? Whatever the fuck you want to call it. But his wife is an immigrant. And his son might not be his. Is anybody else seeing this shit in the tabloids? Or is it just me? Do you see it online? Or is it just me? Everything about Trump whole establishment is breaking down. Did we ask for this? Hell yeah, being black. Long time ago, we tired of the bullshit. We need a sign from above. Yahshua, Yahweh is going to hear our prayers. Yahshua is going to hear our prayers. You know, Satan rules this heaven. Because it is a heaven to others, as it might not be to you, because you don't belong to this heaven. See, that's why you're going to get taken from this and taken to the place where you belong. Not this false heaven where everybody believe wrong is right and right is wrong, and Satan is God and God is the devil, vice versa. Multiverse of good versus bad. I just want everything to be on the good side. I was raised Baptist. I was raised in a very abusive household. But that did not take away my common sense. Why would I vote against something that's gonna fuck me later? And you motherfuckers rather do that because of the fact that, hell, it might be because you're 35 and look like you're 65. Or hell, it could be the fact that you thought that you was better than us. Or maybe it's because you thought your white God was going to save you. That white God is Satan that you worshiping, because that's blasphemy. That's nowhere close to the Messiah I know, the Most High that I know. I was raised with the blue and the blonde. And even when I was little, I always said, well, how come we getting treated so bad? I didn't understand that. Till I found out about the curse. Till I found out that we had to pay. But now guess what? Motherfucking debt has been paid. Now what? What, try to kill as many blacks as you can because you're afraid of what's going to happen very shortly? I feel like it's going to happen shortly. And I believe that's going to be y'all wake-up call. Universal. I mean, hell, I done heard China say, oh, America ain't the place to go and fuck that and every motherfucking thing else. America suck. Do not bring your ass here. You got motherfuckers that's trying to leave this motherfucker and they won't let them leave. You know why? Because they're going to Africa and they don't want us all to be hooked up over there in Africa conspiring against this motherfucker that we living in. Because this is the worst place on the fucking planet right now. It was not like this when I was growing up. I was raised Baptist. I mean, sticks. Worst ass childhood on the face of the motherfucking planet. And if I still got faith, y'all better have some faith too. Do not always let the left know what the right is doing. Because that's all part of you. To decipher. Which part do you want? The deceiving part? By not letting them know what you're doing? Or the natural part, just doing what the fuck you was doing? Now, if you want to touch on... No, matter of fact, let me just say it like this here. Who you more afraid of? Leave it down there in the comments. Your mama or your daddy? Whose side would you play on to get a lenient case? Your mama or your daddy? Now see, now let me go back just to break this shit down right away, so that we all can understand this. You got a mama and you got a daddy in real life that ain't yours. That ain't yours. Okay, so the president governs you like you're his child. Shut the fuck up, get the fuck in the corner, or get over here, come get this money, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. But when it comes down to being strict and making sure that shit run the way they're supposed to run, that's when your daddy step in. And a damn thing you can do about it. Yeah, your mama can let you get away with this and that. But when your daddy step in, even your mama got to shut it down. Because it comes. A man of God is going to bring God into the house. Therefore, the family has to follow God's lead through the man. So a lot of decision making comes to the man a whole lot harder than it comes to a woman. Because a man got to think about sacrificing. And sacrificing his life for his family, it's not something that a nigga is supposed to do. Not supposed to do. Because guess what? After this bitch is... I'm just keeping it niggerish. After this broad is dead, you can still have some more kids. Therefore, still repopulating the earth like you was put here before. And the reason that I do truly believe that black women and women of color has babies so much and so easily is because it's their job to make sure that Mother Earth is not forgotten. Because through her lineage, it's passed down through the blood, and there's no way around it. Now, let's go fishing for a minute. Let's cast back out. You're looking for a bite, so you jig it. When I say that you cast out and you're looking for a bite, you jigging, you're looking for a job, and you're going out there by all means necessary just to find a job. And come to find out that jobs are scarce now because the tariffs that Mr. Trump did, and he put a whole damn cup of retardation in the motherfucking Kool-Aid for society. And my gut says that the reason this man is the real life Ebenezer Scrooge ass nigga, give him the fuck up at Ebenezer Scrooge, Ebenezer Trump. He fit the character. You need to get on up out of here. He bringing plagues, death, damnation, sorrow, regret. But what do he get at in the end? He tells president, I'll fuck this up for everybody because of my ideals. How the fuck I feel? These are my ideals. You sound like a orangutan sitting on the porch with a 40 ounce of OE and talking about, doggy, get that mule. I don't know if that sounds redneck, but that's what I was going for. Because there's no way nobody can see and ignore his habits that he had with Mr. Epstein. Just know that this shit was growing before Epstein. This shit was growing. It just started stinking after Puff Daddy motherfucking lotion, oil type bullshit kicked off. The eye opener to Hollywood fucking ain't shit. Don't show loyalty to nobody but the man upstairs. You're idolizing these motherfuckers because they got, ooh, yeah. They can sing, or they can dance, you know what I'm saying? Or they got that dick, they got that nana, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. None of that shit ain't gonna get you to where the fuck you need to go. And that's up to a higher vibration. And I thought about that today. I'm about to end this video though. You know, I thought about this shit today. You know, I felt like a motherfucker was trying to steal my vibration when I got robbed. And I had to stop myself and say, what a world we live in. It try to kill everything with a higher vibration. Do me a favor. If you ever lost anybody in your family that you felt close to, I want you to reach out to them tonight. In prayer, in memory, just think about them. You don't have to say anything. I just know that this ain't gonna do nothing but kickstart this ass whooping we got to give. We got to whoop that ass. We got to whoop that ass. Not physically, but mentally and spiritually. God bless y'all. You know, I hope God bless me with a new hip. Or just heal my hip. I just want everybody that's looking like me to not get distracted by what's going on around you. You blink and your life can be gone. I turned around in the shadow and there was a pistol in my chest. It just so happened the street lights was off. So now, I'm saying this just to say that something was kick-started in me that night that I had already. So I'm just going to reach out and be me when I reach out to you. But I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. You can like, share, spread the word, subscribe if you like. May we all come together. I'm just eating on shit. Now you see what I threw up there. See, y'all can see up here. Y'all can see up here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Love.